The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the 6-year man, Austin Ekeler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. Decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Running on first down, Ekeler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On first down, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. Yeah, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay gain.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Chargers nothing.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Herbert. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LA! Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 31, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Herbert now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Justin Herbert sacked by Max Crosby. Tackle back at the 30.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Johnson to return it. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Return of 65 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
In motion goes the tight end. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
In motion right comes Allen. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Intended for Josh Palmer. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert throwing again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man is Palmer. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Running left, it's Fournette. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Leonard Fournette, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Again. Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Into the red zone. It's Carr.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And it's out. He put it on the carpet and picked up by the Chargers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 35 on second down, Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Jackson. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
On second down, Eckler. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Williams, the man in motion left. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space, and he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. This time, Carl throw. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller from 3 yards out. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Herbert out left. He's got it to Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Eckler now between the tackles.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 27 yards. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On play action, it's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from a defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there, a big play on fourth down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. The focus is locked in. Going to go multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Carr. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down after a very nice game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Herbert going to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Up the middle with Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. First throw in overtime for Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Throwing, Herbert.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
So not only the interception, but now they've got it 1st and goal after the pick. And, I mean, heck, Charles, they could go ahead and trot out the kicking team here and win it.
They absolutely could, but what I would do is hand it off inside a couple of times and make sure my running back has both hands over the football, body study covering it, and I kick it on third down. That way, if something goes awry with the snap, we still have fourth down to try it again and win the ball game.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what our coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage, you fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. So this one a victory for the Raiders.